morning, everybody. I just wanted to say God is so good. Look, my last video, my testimony video, I was homeless. I was floating. I didn't call it homeless. I called it floating, right? Because I was literally floating, around different locations in my car with my son. And, but not only floating physically, but floating by faith as well, right? So just walking in faith. Today, tomorrow will be 1 week that I've been here in my house. I'm sorry, I just woke up. I've been wanting to write this testimony video, and so the Lord just put it on my heart, just come on out and do it real quick. My son, he is sleeping inside. This is our spot, y'all. I have been praying for this for over 2 years because my son is going to be 2 in like next week. So I've been praying for this for over 2 years. I've been praying for this from before I had my child. The last time I had a place of my own with my name on it, this was when I was in college, and I had got an apartment, and God blessed me with the perfect place after being homeless for about a month. But around that time, I was working. I was doing everything on my strength. This one, God blessed me with this big, beautiful house. Like, I'm in the back. I'm in the backyard. This is my back door. God blessed me with this big, a beautiful house. And look at the neighborhood. That's my car right there. The one God blessed me with long time. When God give you something, he give it to you forever. He give it to you to keep. So, man, like, God literally brought me this home in the middle of, it's just about to be fall, or it is fall, right? Fall, there's no motion. There's nothing going on. Everybody is like getting cuddled up for winter time. You know what I mean? Like, spring is when there's action, when there's work and there's money being moved around. He literally blessed me. I ain't got no motion going on right now. But all my bills, everything is already taken care of for the whole year that I'm going to be here. And there's some more things that I'm going to be doing while I'm here. The Lord let me know, look, you solid right here in this place while you working on these other things. So, God is so good. I just want to let y'all know, look, I got my recycle bins. I got my compost bin. Like, got my coffee. Don't mind my nails, y'all. It has been a busy week. I've been moving. It ain't even been a week yet. Tomorrow makes it a week. So I just wanted to come and share this with y'all. I want to give you a real full testimony. Okay, I'll do it right now. So I was homeless for about 5 months. About 6 months, no, 5 months, me and my son, right? We took a leap of faith. God told us, like, okay, had us packing our things, like, since last year. So all of our things were already packed up. We just had certain things in the car. And God told me one day, he was like, enough is enough, and just leave. And I was so ready. I said, yes, I'm out. We out. Took my jet, and we started floating in the car. I never had this much peace before. Like, when I was homeless, I was not arguing with nobody. That, in the house, that in my family home, that the enemy tried to keep me there. There was arguing every day with me because, somebody always trying to pick at me, trying to fight with me. So finally, when I learned to run to God in every moment, God told me, okay, you can't grow here anymore. You could leave. So I took my jet, we left. We was floating. I ain't never had so much peace. Before I even left, I was driving up and down by the water. My favorite place to drive is up and down by the water. I'll be rolling up, I'll smoke me a blunt, and I'll be up and down the water driving, looking for places by the water, because that's what I like. I always want to be by the water. And I done applied at so many places. I done spent over probably $2,000 in applications, you know, more than $2,000. Like, I mean, I was applying everywhere, just blowing all my money on applications. And this is one of the places I had applied to. Like, the Lord actually showed me it being built up from the ground. Like, he knew what I was looking for. He knew I was about to be on the road homeless. So every day I was driving by, I literally got to watch this place be built up from the ground. Just like the first time I had a place, I was homeless for a month. God blessed me with a brand new, they just finished building it. I was the first owner. And I let the person in my family home come and destroy that home. But I'll never do that again, because God told me this time, look, so you know what happened last time, and you're completely over that family member. You don't let them dictate you anymore. You know what I mean? So that's why he told me I can't grow there anymore. He moved me out of there and he moved me into the road. And I dropped a video talking about how the Lord had me studying Ecclesiastes real bad. Like, he had me studying Ecclesiastes chapter 1 through 12, all 12 chapters. And he told us to accept our lot and eat, drink, be happy. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that video. It's a couple videos back. This is what, I mean, all the videos before I was homeless. All the videos before I was homeless, if you see videos where I was inside of a house in the beginning, that's when I was trying to do videos at my family house. And then you see I'm floating, I'm homeless, I'm in different places. And I said it in the testimony video. I was floating, and the Lord had placed me somewhere, you know, the last place I was at, man, it's just a demon house. And I mean, since I left there, I mean, the very next day when I told God, I said, look, you got me here. Every day, me and my jit are getting depressed every day. You know what I mean? But it's like God had put me there to test me. You know, like after he had me obedient and just accepting my lot, accepting that I was homeless with my son, like, you know, I was getting into the flow of things. Next thing you know, he pushes me, he introduces me to somebody who needs God. And he allowed it to flow where that person would have me come over every day, basically. They want my company, they want my, you know, they want God. That's why they want me every day. So I was pulling up, and then I started getting depressed because, you know, they were starting to yell at my child. They were starting to, you know, they kept saying, oh, the only person they liked in the house was me. So that means they didn't like my child. They didn't like their animals. They only liked me. And I guess that's supposed to flatter me, but no. You feel me? And so, you know, everything from the beginning, I could peep this person was on the dark side and they needed the Lord. And they would always reject the Lord. Every time I'd bring it up, they'd reject the Lord. And then it got to a point where I couldn't even speak anymore. I had to keep my mouth closed, because every time I'm trying to talk about my day, you know, anything that goes on in my day got to do with the Lord. I'm talking about what the Lord told me today, what the Lord been doing for me today. Every time I try to talk about the Lord, the person would like roll their eyes, start looking at their phone, ignore me, not respond. And so I just stopped talking. Like what the Lord say, don't cast pearls unto swine. So I just stopped talking. And every day, you know, I would get more disgusted and more disgusted and more disgusted by this person, because it's not the person, it's the spirit that they're allowing to live through them, and they keep rejecting the Lord. So you rejected me. Stop trying to get close to me and stop trying to force me into sin, because it's not going to work, you know? And I handle everything peacefully, quietly, because he calls us to live in peace. So I handled everything peacefully, quietly. But every day I'd be praying, I'd be crying, praying. So this was, last week was the last time I was there, right? Immediately, the Lord told me, because I said, God, I did what I was supposed to do. I spread the word. I told him about you. You know, but get me out of here. My son is crying every day. You know, I know he's about to be 2, but he ain't no terrible 2. Like, everybody knows him. He's a happy baby. Like, now he crying every day. Like, I can't take it. So the Lord heard me. He heard me. He's like, all right, my child. You feel me? He's like, go ahead. The next day I said, the person that tried to tempt me real bad while I was trying to read my Bible. Like, the Lord had me reading, the Lord had me crying, connecting, and this person was trying to tempt me into sin all the while right next to me, like, you know. And then, but the Lord guided me perfectly, and the Lord allowed me to go to bed. you know. And so the next day I said, I'm never going back there again. And the Lord co-signed. He said, yeah, you know, you're good. You don't have to go back there. You're good. So the next day I said, I'm never going back there. Mind you, I didn't know about this house and I was still homeless. So I'm ready to go. I left, right? I said, if this person doesn't text me and ask me where I'm going to be sleeping tonight, then that's just another confirmation, you know, that this person, you know, I've been knew the person was of the enemy, everything they do all day. But, you know, just to confirm and go with the flow of things and make sure, you know, I'm doing what the Lord wants me to do. I said, all right, Lord, look, this person don't check on me for where I'm asleep at tonight. Feel me? They like me so much. They care about me. They say all this stuff about me, but they know I'm homeless and they know I ain't, you know, got no place to stay. Let's see what they say. This person, they ain't hit me up all night to pull up. All day, all night. Then the next day, actually, so that day when they didn't hit me up, I was in my car, right? Me and my Richie slept in the car. Midnight came, I started a fast. The Lord put me on a 3-day dry fast. Midnight came, I started that fast. Few hours later, you know, after I dropped my son at daycare, 7, I'm at school at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I get a call around 10 o'clock. Oh, Ruth, you been approved. You been finally completely approved. I have your moving date for Friday. Next Friday. Is that okay? I said, can I move? Is there any day sooner? They said, oh, yeah, you can come in on Monday. So God answered my prayer. When I could not believe, my heart, I could not believe. I could believe, actually. Like, my heart, every time my heart would be like, oh, yo, I cannot believe, like, I'm on the phone right now, like, talking about it. Every time I would say that, like, my heart would cut that off and be like, yes, of course, you better believe it's God. You better believe. So I would just trust the Lord, like, wow, God, this is really happening. And so, and it still feels surreal. It still feels unreal, surreal. I've been here for not even a week. I'm almost fully packed. Like on Monday, I brought everything. Everything was already in my house. Everything was already in my house by Monday. Like I ain't played. I got a U-Haul truck, took everything out the storage, took everything out the house. Everything out my car. What? My car is open now. My baby got room to play, to breathe, to look around and see mommy in the driver's seat. My baby got room now. He got room there. So, yeah, so now that same day, right? So I got the call, I got the approval. They told me go ahead and start setting up my water. So I'm going with the flow, going with the flow. I'm so excited. I'm praising God. I'm praising God. I'm still on my fast. I'm literally on the very first day of the fast. It's only been like maybe 5 hours. No, 8 hours, 9, 10, or maybe probably been 12 hours. Because remember, I started at midnight. And just maybe like 9, 10 in the morning, they called me while I was at school. I'm at school, y'all. Ain't at work. Everybody know I'm in school. Everybody know I ain't working. Come on. Except for the little tiny work that the Lord give me, but the Lord that is breaking me out of. You know what I'm saying? Big trap queen. Ain't never hot by the grace of God. Can't nobody touch me by the grace of God. So I don't know if he wants me to chill on that. I'm going with the flow with that. I trust him. I trust him completely. And so, but yeah, that bend slowdown, like really ain't no motion. He dispersed all my clientele, like over the time, like, you know, he not to punish me. It's just like he made that slow down. You feel me? But I'm still good. I still got enough. I got more than enough. I always got more than enough for myself. You feel me? And then for people that I want to share with and to continue the business. He keep me steady with that, but ain't no motion going on. Ain't nobody, like I'm able to chill in the house. I'm not on the road. Like God completely changed my whole life. And so, like he gave me better clients. He gave me, you know, better custos, like better transactions, should I say? Better business. And so now that same day, I'm still on my fast. This person texts me like before I get out of school, talking about some come over today. That's not how you address me. You don't tell me come over today, for one. And for two, you don't, um, oh, I love it. I love it. Love my neighborhood. I love how empty it is. And then the people that is here, like, they just vibing. So, and I already knew that I was never going back there. So for this person to text me an exact contradiction from what the Lord told me in my heart, come over today. First of all, you didn't text me to make sure I had somewhere to sleep the night before. You know what type of tip I'm on. Like, I'm a woman, I'm a wife. Like, what you think this is? Like, you're not checking up. You've been was chipping yourself away from that person that I met, that persona you put on for the Lord to allow us to meet and to talk and all that stuff, for you to get close to me. Your true colors been coming out, right? So, and so I didn't reply all day, didn't reply. And then when I got home, well, not home, when I got to my family house that afternoon after school, because, I already know where I'm moving to. You feel me? I'm moving there in a couple days. That's 4 days. I was 4 days away from moving. So I went to, my family house. I'm happy, I know where I'm going, so I could stop by there, you feel me? And so he calls me. So I answered, and he starts trying to, blame me, pointing the finger at me. Oh, I've been doing this. I've been being distant. I've been doing this. And I'm like, listen, it's not, I feel the distance between us too, but it's not, I'm just going with the flow. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm just going with the flow. You've been distant, you feel me? I still text you words of endearment, and you're texting me dry now. Feel me? So the enemy is you're always going to be righteous, as long as you keep moving in peace. I'm just going with the flow. You texting me dry and this and that. And then now you're saying, oh, yeah, you are texting me dry because you're upset at me or this and that. Because you couldn't force me into that sin the last time you seen me. So, and I told him, I said, look, I'm just being obedient. You feel me? And next thing you know, this person, everything has been crumbling. Like, God pulled me out of there right on time. Like, it was crazy. And I don't want to talk about the stuff he's going through. But it just go to show, when you are against God, baby, God giveth and he taketh. Baby, he is not going to let you, like, God was like, look, I love you, my daughter. I'm going to put you out there to make sure you're still, on the battlefield and stuff with me. And don't forget everything you've been learning. You feel me? Everything that I took you away from at the house. This is just a little test. But trust, baby, I ain't finna let you sit there and stuff. I ain't finna let nobody take advantage of you. I ain't finna let him be there and take advantage of you. I'm like, thank you, Father. So he took me out of that situation. When I tell you, there has been nothing but death around that person. Flight cancellation, plans being canceled, like everything, all his plans that he been working on since he met me. And, stuff he was trying to use me for his plans to make money using his own wise logic, because he doesn't trust in going to God. You feel me? There was even one point where he tried to tell me, oh, if I want to use my magic, with God, like if I want to ask God to do something, make some more money with his project he's working on, he'd appreciate that. In my head, immediately, I'm like, God ain't no hocus pocus. What you thinking? Like, he ain't no hocus pocus. You really got the wrong image. And so, you feel me? Next thing you know, I told him, okay, just, leave certain things in God's hand. Don't worry about it. It was something that, of course, he wanted help with because he couldn't control another person. So he was asking me to ask God to make the person do something right on time, the way he would like it to go. I said, okay, well, just leave it in his hands. The next day, you feel me, when we had that conversation, he come talking about, oh, I sent the person a threatening message and this and that, so that way they better do it. I'm like, listen, I mean, if you feel like that's going to help, but like, you got to leave that completely in his hands. Like then he got mad, got frustrated. He's like, yeah, well, I sent him a threatening message and he gonna do it by this time. Did it happen? No. Actually, everything crumbled. So if he got that person to do that and he paid for it, he wasted his money, because everything crumbled after that. And this project he was working on, he spent over $6,000. And mind you, whole time I'm there giving my all, being a part of everything, he ain't paying me nothing. He paying everybody else. Everybody else, but now that I'm gone, everybody else that he was paying, they all got the money. But everything that they was doing for him all died. Everything. Like, it involved lives of animals. All the animals died. At least 7, okay? And then the ones that are alive, there's a virus living there with them in that house. And so he's like writing me talking about, oh, you know, do I want one of the animals? And, you know, this, because he doesn't even know where I live, but he's seen me posting. Feel me? He knows, okay, God must have did something. She got a crib. And he ain't never congratulate me. He just telling me, oh, you know, still trying to use me to, you know, do stuff for him. But you paying everybody else, you ain't paying me. I said, well, I would, if I was to take this one in, I would have to pay this much money to keep them. And I don't got that right now for them. You feel me? And he ain't even offer to pay for that. So it's like everything you want me, like you don't want to help me at all. And you think I'm going to be sharing myself with you? Like, you're crazy. I'm sharing myself with my husband when my husband gets here to my house. When my husband parks up right here, right next to mama, yeah. My husband gonna be here with me before we get to the next spot. Lord will be done, you know? So, just being obedient. Man, that was just the first day. The second day, my son's dad, I haven't heard from him in about 2 years. He called me, talking about he want to do right. The third day of the fast, another big conversation happened. But those things are not about, it's not about those things. It's about this beautiful house the Lord blessed us with. This is something we've been praying for years. My son can finally play around. My baby is back to being happy. He can play around, laugh, joke, jump around. I'm right there with him. He's sleeping. He ain't got to worry about nothing. Nobody telling him, what's wrong with you? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. He don't got to worry about a grown behind old person being irritated by every little thing he do. He's just a baby. He's going to laugh. That's the best thing, is to have a happy, laughing baby running around the house. Laughing, playing. That brings joy. That's why, you know, even in music, they always say, even dance hall music, Vybz Kartel, he say, yo, let's put some happy little feet in the house. Little feet running around. Like, it's a blessing. So it was very hard for me, but it never was supposed to be easy. And I trust the Lord. He told me, look, my daughter, I got you. You're not going to be here struggling, suffering. You ain't finna be here forever, baby. I know it seemed crazy in the moment, like, dang, come on, God, get me out of this. But I got you out of it, didn't I? And I put you in your spot. So look, there has been people, the Lord, and look, the Lord is like, oh, it's so amazing. It's a new chapter, a new test, new levels, new devils. And I'm trusting him, y'all. So I just want to share this little testimony with y'all. I want to go into some more detail, but this is what the Lord has allowed me to share right now. I'm glad I finally was able to share this testimony with y'all. So until next time, my dears, I love you guys. I'm going to come on here with a video. I have 2 videos at the post. Lord willing, everything is getting settled, so I'm working on it. Y'all see I'm in my robe now. I'm in my robe, and I got my little coffee now. I got my coffee, yeah. I'm riding in the beach now. I'm by the beach here. I'm literally living by the water, y'all, where I was driving up and down every day. Okay, y'all, I love y'all. Bye.